These are the only brushes that I use right now to paint. In this video, I review the Rosemary Co Ivory and Evergreen paint brushes. Let's go. Good day, creatives. Justyn here. These are the Rosemary Co paint brushes, specifically Ivory and Evergreen. I've been using these for at least a year now, and Rosemary brush is the only brushes that I use. So the lovely people at Rosemary Co have sent me a box of brand new Evergreen and Ivory brushes to review for this video. Number one, quality. I have 2 or 3 brushes that I've actually been using for close to a year now, and they're still in relatively good condition. The quality of these brushes and the quality of the hair that's used, they continue to stay in the formation that I originally got them in. I love using these brushes because I know what I'm going to expect every time that I use them. Just when feeling even an Evergreen and feeling how soft it is, how the brushes are molded together and put together is just a creation of art in itself. Number 2, painting and use. You can tell the difference between using an Ivory brush and an Evergreen brush. The Evergreen is a very soft brush. It has a lot of give on the bristles. You can really move the paint how you want it to. You can add some glaze for like acrylics and really move the paint along. The Ivory is a little more stiff. Definitely I love using these brushes for oil, but painting with the 2 of these is all you would need. Just a few flats for whether you're using oil or acrylic, and some filberts. Those are probably my top 2 brushes. I use flats, I use filberts. Number 3, durability. How long do the brushes last? I have tons of brushes that are stashed and they begin to fray within a few weeks of using them, depending how aggressively I'm using them. But most of the time I take good care of my brushes. I clean them very well after, and they last me a very long time. I have a few Rosemary brushes that I've been using for almost a year now, and they are still in relatively really good condition. And other brushes that I will use definitely fray very quickly, and then I end up just tossing them in a bin, and I never use them again. Number 4, price. These brushes are sold online, so they're not in stores, and there's disadvantages and advantages to that. You can't just walk into the art store and you know exactly what brush you want to get and you go and get it. It takes a little time. You go on the website, you order it, and they come pretty quickly. I lived in Phoenix for a couple years, and they make frequent visits there to the art school in Scottsdale. So usually you can go and pick up whatever brushes that you need on hand. You could play with them all. So you should see where they're going to be traveling to next. They do lots of traveling. They go all over to get their brushes out into the world, but ordering online is the best bet. When it comes to pricing, I think their prices are a little cheaper than most companies. Their prices are really good. You could compare them to other types of brushes. You could see what brands that you like and compare them, but for me, pricing was a huge thing for these guys. Number 5, company. 35 years making brushes, handmade brushes, as a small business, I think is a huge accomplishment. The one thing that I really love about the company is the fact of the customer service and the fact that you can DM them at any time and you know that you'll get a response, which is completely different than bigger companies trying to message them and ask certain questions and all that. Simi does an awesome job with the social media. I can DM her at any point in time, and she actually didn't think I was Olympian and had to Google me to see if I was telling the truth. They're in the UK. They make all their brushes over there. In terms of the packaging that they send out a good amount of stuff. I usually get a sticker. Simi actually wrote me a letter, handwritten letter, get a thank you. Their like guide, which is an awesome guide. They give these out for free. I know they just made a new one that I want to get. And then they do like their newsletter type magazine almost that they send out with tons of interviews, tips, how to use the brushes, clean the brushes, all those kind of things. So the company as a whole, like, they just put the time into making sure when I open up a box of their brushes, I feel special. So again, big thank you to Rosemary Co. Simi, thank you for sending me the brushes. Question of the day: What brushes are you using? Would love to hear. Comment below, let me know what brushes you're using. If you like this video, give that thumb some color. Share it with a friend, share it with another artist. And if you're new to this channel, really consider subscribing. Got some awesome content that is gonna be coming up that I cannot wait to share with you guys. If you haven't downloaded my free guide yet, I actually put together a list of a bunch of mistakes that you need to avoid as an emerging artist. These are 15 tips that I wish I knew when I just started out being an artist that I think will be very beneficial to you. So if you haven't downloaded that yet, there's a link in the description below, and I'll link that in the YouTube card. That's all I got. Until next time, keep on arting and we'll talk later. Peace. So without further ado, let's get into it. What was that? What was that?